Good morning. Thank you, Minister Harris, for your few words and inviting me to speak. Thanks to Andrew for the invitation to attend here this morning to address you, and welcome to all our guests here. Just to say at the outset, I want to acknowledge the absolutely outstanding work that all of you do in Solace, in the ETBs, and in all the various agencies and subgroups that feed into our wider FET family right across the country. I have a bit of experience of it, as Minister Harris does, in terms of being a constituency TD and a constituency rep. I think that the openness that the ETBs and Solace and the access that you give to people is really, really good. And when I interact with these agencies and with you on behalf of people who come to us for advice, there's always an open door policy, and I think that's really, really refreshing. I have attended many, over the years since I became a TD, many graduation ceremonies of people who have attended further education and training, and to see the happiness and the satisfaction and the hope that attaining a qualification of whatever level that they have achieved and attained in whatever discipline, be it social care or childcare or whatever they have gone into or have chosen to pursue as a career option, is immense. And I think it's a very, very proud day for them. And these graduations in further education and training in all parts of Ireland, not just in the big universities, as the Minister have said, are as a big an event and as an important a day, and will be remembered as a big day by those people and by those participants, because, as we all know, education opens doors and creates pathways for people to have their careers and to earn a livelihood and to live their lives. Just to say a few words in relation to the new department also, I'm very excited and enthused by it. It was an idea of my party leader when we were in opposition, and it was openly embraced by Minister Harris's party as part of the negotiations. And I think the idea that there was such open agreement to creating such a new department, which will effectively bridge between primary, secondary education and into the workplace, is really immense, that we've made this decision to go ahead and do it. And we have a huge challenge, and there's legislation required, in fact, to enable the department, as we know. But I think we need to hit the ground running, and we're hitting the ground running today in terms of launching this strategy vision document. But I think we have to be realistic too, that we will be judged on how we deliver the targets which are set out in this document. And that's the key and the challenge for all of us, and I think everybody in the room here will be judged on the delivery of the targets over the years, because Programme for Government informs it, and the consultation process that Andrew and his team have put into this document informs all the targets that are in there. So setting up of the department was hugely important. Minister Harris and I were discussing earlier privately, where we will see later in the year, when it comes to budget time, we will be going to speak to Minister for Public Expenditure, Michael McGrath, and for the first time ever, the issues around further education and training will be up there in terms of priority, because heretofore, when you were part, as the Minister has stated previously earlier, when you were part of a bigger department, there were so many other competing priorities also. So that's good to know. I'm also happy to join with Minister Harris in this department, but I want to see, and I know it's there already, a big community ethos, a community drive and initiative in terms of how we roll out this, particularly across our rural communities. It's something that we get as public representatives, that rural Ireland is neglected and forgotten, and that it's the Greater Dublin area and the East Coast. So we want this, through the vision which has been launched today, to reach into every community in Ireland. I think that's very, very important. Just to acknowledge also the challenges that COVID has brought upon us all. The world, as we know it, has changed so much in so many ways in terms of how we're going to have to adapt. in living all of our lives, but of course the delivery of education will have to change also as part of that. So with just those few words, I'll pass over to, is it Carl who's next, and thank you all.